Torej, dobrodošli v Mariboru in povejte, kako se počutite v Sloveniji.
This is my first trip in Slovenia. So far it's been very, very, very nice. The Slovene people are very natural, open-hearted, very kind. So it's a very nice feeling to be here.
Torej, v Sloveniji že desetletja nekako se kar množijo različne duhovne discipline, če temu tako rečemo. Kakšen je torej razlog vašega obiska tukaj?
The purpose of the visit for me to come here is to actually let the people in Slovenia know about my spiritual master, Sri Swami Vishwananda, and about his work in the world.
In kakšno je to njegovo delo v svetu?
His work is very simple. His work is actually to open the hearts of people so that they can experience this divine love inside of their hearts. Once they experience this divine love, then they can share it with others.
Torej, je v Sloveniji že kar nekaj ljudi, ki prakticirajo njegovo metodo, če jo tako imenujemo?
Yes, there are several people, especially in Mariboru here, who are practicing Atmakriya. This is the spiritual practice that Swami Vishwananda has given to people in many countries already.
Lahko smo počaščeni, da pričakujemo prihod Swamija v Slovenijo. Kakšen je namen njegovega prihoda?
He decided several months ago, and a few of the devotees of his asked him to come. So he accepted with an open heart. He loves to travel and he loves to meet people because his work is to open the hearts of people. So there's a lot of hearts waiting for him here.
Morda je težko vedeti sedaj, kaj je pravi namen njegove misije ali poslanstva, zaradi česar prihaja, pa vendarle je zaznati.
The purpose of Swami's mission is firstly to open the heart. His real aim is to lead people to experience this divine consciousness inside of themselves and to become one with that, to achieve self-realization.
Morda veste, kakšna je vsebina tega obiska, kaj lahko pričakujemo, komu je namenjeno poleg njegovih učencev, devotijev?
The content of this visit is to give some satsangs to the people here in Mariboru so that they can find out about Swami's work in the world. To also inform them of what kind of a person he is, what it's like to be with him, what he's like. Also to show people some of the spiritual practices that he endorses, that he teaches. And also to share with them about the Darshan coming up next year in June 2015. So some of these things that I will be sharing with the people are some of the spiritual techniques that Swami has given himself. One of them is Atmakriya. Also, secondly, Om healing. Thirdly, earlier on this morning we did a Vedic ceremony called Yagna. And we had about 15 to 20 people there. So they experienced a Yagna. Mm-hmm.
Torej, to so nekako izrazi, ki splošno ljudem niso znani. Kaj pomeni Satsang? Kaj je v resnici to? Za tiste, ki ne vedo ničesar.
Satsang means to come together. So to share in the spirit of coming together. In the context of when I am traveling, it means to come together to learn about Sri Swami Vishwananda's teachings and about his work. So we can come together in the context of practicing Atmakriya together, hearing stories about him and his work, doing Om healing, or doing certain Vedic ceremonies.
In kaj je v bistvu te Atmakrije?
The core purpose of Atma Kriya is to help one achieve self-realization, God realization. Atma Kriya is unique in the sense that it helps to awaken bhakti, devotion, which is love for the divine. So as one develops this devotion inside of oneself, inside the heart, this divine love helps one to awaken to this consciousness of who they are.
Kaj uči in kako so njegova učenja uporabna za ljudi v vsakdanjem življenju?
The teachings are very simple. Primarily, the first teaching that he gives is just to love. And to love without any expectation. Just like in the Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was taught by Krishna to perform his actions without any expectation. In the same sense, when one loves, one should love unconditionally, without any attachment in it. So this is one of his primary and core teachings. But his teachings also encompass Atma Kriya. Atma Kriya helps one to be very grounded in the world. So by being grounded, it helps them to function in their daily life. And by opening the heart when one practices Kriya, it helps one to have more harmony in their relationships, with their family, when they're at work, and with other people that they know. So it brings more stability, more balance in the person. Another of his teachings is Om healing. This is a group healing technique. And this is very good for healing the mind, the body. So this can be practiced in a group. It's a group practice. Minimum there are 3 people. And we have different groups throughout the world. In around about 50 countries now, we have Om healing groups where people can come and experience this. This is an ancient healing technique that Swami has brought back so that it can be used at this time.
Kdo lahko recimo Om healing prakticira? Je potrebna kakšna posebna priprava? Je treba kak uvod v učenje?
Essentially, the people need to be able to just chant Om. It's very simple. They need to come together in a certain constellation. Normally the people are seated and they chant Om for a minimum of 15 minutes.
Lahko prakticiraš tudi individualno?
Because of the way that the technique works, it requires 3 people. And you have people sitting on either side of a person that sits in the middle. And it's the person that sits in the middle that receives the maximum benefit from the technique. And the people sitting on the outside, if you have a group of maybe 12 people, and you have 3 or 4 people in the middle, every 15 minutes the people can change with the people on the outside, so that they get to also experience the healing of that technique.
Torej se lahko tudi v Sloveniji ljudje že udeležijo tovrstnih?
Yes, we have an Om healing group here in Mariboru. So there's a lady called Gita or Patricia, and they can contact her.
Kaj pomeni Bhakti Marga?
Bhakti Marga is the name of our organization that Sri Swami Vishwananda created, but actually it is comprising of 2 words, Bhakti and Marga. Bhakti means devotion. It means love, to have love for the divine, for God. Marga means path. So it simply means people who follow the path of devotion. And this path of devotion, this path of love for the divine, is expressed in many different ways. It's expressed in many of the world's different religions. It's expressed in Christianity. They have a certain form, a love for the divine. In Hinduism, they also have love for the divine in many different aspects of the divine. So this devotion is the same, but the expression, the form that it takes, is different in different spiritual religions and different spiritual practices.
Ljudje danes pogosto iščejo neke rešitve, neko pomoč. Kaj bi jim svetovali, če začutijo nek klic notranji, da bi sodelovali? Kje naj začnejo?
The first step is if they are looking for help, of course, it depends what the help is that they're looking for. If they're looking for spiritual help, or spiritual guidance, it's best if they know of a realized master to seek out the realized master, because the realized master is the one who can help them overcome all difficulties in life. What the people are really searching for is this divine love, which resides deep inside of themselves. And when they find this, they find the answer, and there is no more questions after this. But it's best to seek a spiritual master, a realized master.
Lahko rečemo, da pravega dela duhovnega na sebi naj ne bi bilo brez realiziranega učitelja.
It depends what one wants to achieve in one's life. If one wants to be very successful in the material world, then it's fine. They can go to university, they can study, they can have their degree, their postgraduate degree, and they can become very successful. But if one wants to achieve the aim of one's life, what it means to be human, a realized master, a Sadguru is required for that.
In če nam zaupate vašo osebno izkušnjo, kdaj ste se srečali z Swamijem? Kakšna je bila vaša pot v kratkem?
Very simple. It's the love. I met Swami in 2005, and it was in a Darshan in London. I used to live in England, in London, and I had 2 darshans with him, and the third time I met him, I was sitting in a chair in the hall with about 100 people. He walked in, and suddenly the whole hall filled up with his incredible love. Instantly my heart flew open, and I could feel this incredible love coming from him. He was just being himself, very relaxed, smiling, dressed in his beautiful robe. And my heart knew, wow, that's who he is. He's this divine love. And that's what my heart was looking for, this divine love. So I didn't need to look anywhere else after that. And having lived with him for a number of years, working in his ashram, I've had many experiences of seeing this love in action and changing people in most miraculous ways, in very beautiful ways, and seeing people develop themselves. It's the most wonderful thing to see.
Hvala za vašo izkušnjo, za ta čudovit intervju in verjamem, da se vidimo, če ne prej, ob srečanju s Swamijem Vishwananda tukaj v Sloveniji.
Thank you very much. Jai Gurudev.
Sitam